Sheri Winston with the Juicy Bits blog here at the Center for the Intimate Arts. Today, what I want to talk about is vibrators, and particularly vibrators and women. So that's where our focus is going to be today. And there's so much to say about vibrators that there's going to be a whole series of blogs about them. But for the first one, what I want to talk about is one of the myths about vibrators, one of the questions I get asked a lot, and that is women who are worried that if they use a vibrator and they get used to a vibrator, that they're never going to be able to have great sex either without the vibrator by themselves or especially with a partner. So let's talk about vibrators and why they're good, why they're useful, and why that's not really a problem. So here's the thing. First of all, a vibrator isn't a person. It can't do all the things a person can do. It can't talk to you. It can't gaze into your eyes. It can't give you a back massage. So clearly, a vibrator is never going to replace a person and everything a person can give you. But there are women who are also worried about, well, I don't want to just only be able to use a vibrator to get myself off when I'm having sex with myself. So the thing about a vibrator is it's a tool that can take us along a particular path. Using a vibrator for women is also the easiest path to learning how to get to their orgasm. Because remember, for most women, we have to learn our path to orgasm. And then once we find a way to get there, say we're using a vibrator, we want to establish proficiency. It's like going through the woods. You go over and over to the same destination the same way. Soon you have a path. And a path is a good thing. You know that if you get on this path, you can go from point A to point O, and you know you can get there. And that's proficiency. And that's the first level of skill that we want to get. We want to get orgasmic proficiency. And a vibrator for many women is a great way to establish that first pathway. Now, what happens when we go down the same path all the time? It becomes a rut. Eventually it becomes a trench, and then we think there's no other way to get there. So that's what we don't want to have happen. So think of the vibrator as a great tool to assist you in finding that path and establishing the path, and then it's a great tool to use to start establishing other pathways and other ways to get to orgasm. So for example, if you're using the vibrator, you might want to intermittently stop using the vibrator and use your own hand. You might want to use your other tools, which we talk about in some of the other blogs, like breathing and sound and pelvic floor muscles and your imagination and awareness and things that can help keep your arousal going and increase your arousal as you intermittently use the vibrator or not. So use the vibrator, get where you want to go, and then start training yourself to get there in other ways. Continuing to use the vibrator whenever you need. And the other great thing about a vibrator is it's a great sort of fallback. It's late, you're tired, you'd like to have a quickie orgasm. Vibrator's a wonderful shortcut and accelerator. And a vibrator can also be used with partner sex. There's no reason why you wouldn't want to bring your tools and your toys into your partner play. Again, not replacing, but as an adjunct, as an extra, something that can help things move more quickly or help expand the arousal. And so rather than think of the vibrator as a problem, think of it as one of the many tools that you have in your toolkit. You can use it by yourself, use it with your friends, use it to get where you want to go, and then also train yourself to get there in other ways. And that's how you start to develop orgasmic mastery. So, what's the story with vibrators? I think they're a great toy, a great tool. I think there's no reason not to have them, and they're not going to spoil you or ruin you for sex with yourself, with your hands, or partner sex. They're just going to add. So that's what I have to say in Vibrators 101 in the Juicy Bits blog. This is Sheri Winston here at the Center for the Intimate Arts.